Hello, my name's Quinn and welcome to my sketchbook tour. The sketchbook was filled over the course of 18 days from the 15th of May to the 2nd of June. I'm just going to flip through it and comment on it as I go. This is just some notes on the university I want to go to, or one of the 5 universities I want to go to, and their portfolio requirements. So most of the sketchbook is filled with life drawings of me just going into cafes and sketching people as I go. This was in a cafe that has a designated area for paints and drawing, so the people that go there are usually fine with you drawing them, and they're very aware that they're going to be drawn if they go there. This is a crappy self-portrait, and down here you can see an artist that I met at we would live drawing nude models, and he showed me his technique with using gouache and watercolor pencils. This is some more live drawing in a cafe, the same one that I painted in earlier. It was the same day, in fact. So this is a different cafe. That's actually the cafe. Whoops. This was in the cafe that I work at. And that's the same guy, just with a close-up. This is just a colleague of mine. And this is Ida. She is the daughter of one of our regulars. So now this is more portfolio advice from Central St. Martin's, which I really would like to go to, but I mean, what are the odds? I don't think I'll actually manage it, but I'll give it a shot either way. This is a self-portrait I did of myself. That is seeing my bed, and I've got a mirror like right in front of my bed. So yeah. But that's me. More live drawing at cafe. These were actually some tourists there. Kind of like the way they were dressed. Don't know why, I just kind of did. See, this is the same man as here. Just like half an hour later. More live drawing at cafe. You see, there's a reoccurring theme in the sketchbook of me going into cafes and drawing the people that are there. Just another girl at a cafe. There's a running theme. These are just 2 people studying, also at a cafe, but a different one with an outside location. I don't know. I had a hard time figuring out their age because they looked really young, but it was during the school hours. So I don't know. Maybe they just looked really young. See, now this is, I think, my least favourite page. I tried pastels, and I really didn't enjoy it. I think maybe it was just the sketchbook. Like, it just isn't a great medium to put into a sketchbook. But I didn't really have a lot of fun. Also, this is the same girl as right here. More people at cafes. Another different cafe. I don't know, I didn't have a pencil with me, so I tried using a pen, and it doesn't work as well for me personally. Maybe I just wasn't used to it, and it was just the wrong moment to try and figure out how to use a different method of sketching, I suppose. But I think this might be my second least favourite page of the book. I really just butchered her face and the sunglasses, in my opinion. I just don't like the look of it. It's just not good. So I covered it up with the 5 stages of learning how to draw people. Oh yeah, and funnily enough, a lot of people I showed my sketchbook to actually commented on this page specifically, saying that they like it. I don't know if they said that just to cheer me up because they obviously realised the massive post-it note covering it, or if they did genuinely enjoy it, and I don't see why they would, to be honest. So, these are 2 of my friends in the kitchen. She was doing the washing up and he was cooking bacon, actually. This is my pet dog, Marley. He was trying to hypnotise a tennis ball at that time. Or was it food? I don't really remember. He was definitely trying to get something that was on the table, so I took the opportunity of him staring rigidly at one spot to draw him. This is another friend of mine. He was sketching himself. Like, here's a sketchbook, here's paper. He's a really good artist. This is just another one of my friends watching TV. And this is the same guy from a different angle. See, this is the back of his head, his ear, a leather armchair. This blank space is for the next university. I haven't really decided on which universities I want to fully apply to. I have a lot of them, like their websites printed out and marked, and it's just really tough for me to make a decision. I've only settled on 2 universities, Nottingham Trent University and Central St Martin's, that I really want to apply to. And yeah, I'm just not sure where else I want to apply to. There's so many good choices, but I don't know if they're really good, like if they're actually good, or if they just sound good on paper. So yeah, I'll just have to decide within the next 3 months. So this is another friend of mine. She fell asleep on the couch. There's her head, arm, body, legs. I don't know. When I showed this to my mum, she couldn't really decide what was going on in the drawing, but... So now I'm moving on to not drawing from life, but drawing from video. If you don't know the YouTube channel Crocus Cafe, it's really good. They've got videos of live nude models. It's just really good. It's all cut up nicely, and they just show the poses, and I don't know. I really like the channel. I just recently found it, and I've been drawing a lot from their videos. Also, drawing from videos is a lot easier than drawing from actual life because you don't have to convert 3D into 2D. It's just depth that you already have converted. And that depth to me is like one of the more difficult parts of live drawing, other than, of course, figuring out how the male body works. These are just more live, like nude model drawings from Crocus Cafe. And this is the last one from that day. We're currently at the 26th of May. Now we move on to the 27th of a girl in a cafe. There I got a little bit more abstract. I think I kind of lost my touch in all of these. This is just a man in a wheelchair with a girl in a park. There's a couple having a picnic. It really just looks like 2 blobs of colour. And I don't know if I like this kind of, like this style of sketching, or if I don't like it. To me, I think it's a little bit too abstract. I think I just enjoy trying to figure out how to draw people, and just colouring them in as blobs to suggest people isn't enough for me. Although it is a really good exercise. This was a group of friends in the park, and I was just weirdly staring at them and drawing them by myself. I don't know, that one guy here kept looking over at me weirdly, and these two boys walked past me a couple of times and gave me weird looks. I think they did notice, but never mind. So this is the only nude model in my sketchbook that I did draw from life. This model, here's the mattress, and this is my desk with some drawings. Another blank page for another university. And this is a girl from my portfolio course. I go to an artist studio where other people go as well, and we all just work on our projects together. It's just a nice learning environment there. And she was just doing a self-portrait of herself, also in watercolors, but she took a lot more time than I did. So this is in our, the city park from where I live, and this was the 30th of May. This was just, I don't know, the man, he was sitting on the bench and smoking. Not that interesting, to be honest, but I went back 2 days later to the same park, the same bench, and drew the next person that was sitting there. She was actually with another woman and a trolley, but they were walking off all the time, and I couldn't be bothered with trying to draw someone who was constantly walking off with a baby. So I settled with drawing her because it was just a nice, he was sitting at the exact same spot, and I think that is enough to just catch it. I also drew them from a different angle. I don't know if you can tell. So this is more Crocus Cafe, but oh my god, I just took my watercolours and I let a bit of water sit in the pan, and then I scooped out just pure pigment and put it on the page, and I love the way it looks. So there's more. This is actually the first time I've drawn a model that doesn't have a great physique, and it was a really interesting exercise because you don't really get to see that a lot. So yeah, it's just more of her. This was a different woman. I just really enjoyed the pose and the stools that they drape with cloth. Another blank page for university. I didn't use any ink to bolden up the line and the physique, and I really enjoyed this look as well. So this was me trying to draw a man. I don't think it worked out too well for me, but now I at least know that I should practice drawing men a bit more often. And this is the same guy sitting in a chair. It's really similar to a different pose I think I did earlier in the book. Yeah, see? This is a really similar pose, and I just executed it a lot better with a woman than with a man. And I think that is interesting for me to know, and I should definitely try and focus on learning that a bit better. So this is just a flower painting. These are the only non-human paintings in this book. I found a YouTube video called Layered Petals Watercolour Painting Techniques, and I just tried it out, and to be honest, this was my first attempt. I don't like it as much as this one, but it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be based on all of the comments saying, oh, it's so difficult. I think you just need to know that you have to let watercolours dry properly before painting over it again, and you need to know your paints and how to lift them again. And this is my last page. I never filled it, and I don't think I ever will. And this is just, the back of my sketchbook always looks a bit dirty. So that was my sketchbook that I filled in under 3 weeks, 18 days to be precise. If you liked it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe leave a comment telling me which page you liked the best or which page you didn't like and how I could improve. Bye.